Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the zone. We knew it was going to be lively, Ben Shalom.
A bit too lively.
Didn't expect to slap on press tour day one.
No, didn't expect that. Expected actually the press conference to be... Look, it was an unbelievable press conference. I was more worried about what was going to be said and how far that would go. So I thought, right, we got through this face-off, thinking this was unbelievable. And obviously that will grab the headlines. But other than that, what an unbelievable press conference and what an unbelievable way to start off an incredible press tour.
Yeah, I didn't think people noticed at first, but on second viewing you can see it looked like there was an egg that he pulled from his pocket. Were you in the know about there being eggs on stage? Because I saw a couple of satsumas placed in front of Chris's name on stage and some of the like comical things you get. Did you know there was any?
No, to be honest, I was trying to get out of Chris because of what happened in the first press the press conference we did Riyadh season, the scumbag press conference. I was trying to get out of Chris what he was going to say, and he wouldn't say anything. And that's right. That's obviously why. But unbelievable entertainment. I was actually concerned that I think Eddie was concerned that it wasn't Eddie. At the start, thought maybe it was something else and it wasn't an egg. I think he's calmed down now that he knows it was an egg. But unbelievable press conference and don't condone obviously slapping someone. I don't. But it makes for a big press conference on Thursday as well.
Yeah, I know it's going to mean Thursday's even more bitter and the rivalry's got even hotter. Does it play into the fight at all? Has anyone come away from today as winner? Does Chris walk away from today thinking April the 26th has swung just a touch more?
I just can't believe when I was up there and I wanted to speak more, but you got to be respectful. And hearing Conor and Nigel and Eddie about how confident they are, what Conor Benn hasn't fought anywhere near even like British and European level. Yet they're confident of beating Chris Eubank Jr., who's fought consistently at world level. And he's coming off the win against Liam Smith, and I just don't understand it. And look, I know deep down they know that this is a really tough fight. What I was trying to say up there is the rematch clause that was put in. They had the opportunity to earn more money if they won the first fight, and they declined it. They declined it because they're not confident. They know that this is a tough ask. They want 2 fights. They were desperate for 2 fights because ultimately they want to earn as much money as possible. And we were happy to take it. But the confidence I find it's a show because they know what's happening. We all know what's going to happen on April 26th.
What did you make of Chris just dismissing Eddie at the start? I mean, it's a hard thing to keep Eddie quiet, but
look, Chris,
he didn't even really want you to speak. He didn't even really want Ronnie, Nigel, Jonathan to get it off. He just wanted it to be him and Conor. He wanted to move closer to Conor.
Chris has a thing about promoters. I think that's why he signed with us. I don't really talk. We don't talk a lot.
What's your relationship like now?
With Chris? Very good. And I think that's why we get on. And I have the same philosophy as him. Fighters have to come first. Fighters should be first. Fighters should always be the first ones to speak. I can't believe some of the press conferences I'm sat in recently where we've got promoters talking for about half an hour before we even hear from the fighters.
Do you not think it's the build-up to the fighters speaking is meant to be the idea?
I think,
do you think
whenever we've done...
on the table
whenever
for a fight like this?
Pardon?
Do you think the promoters are even needed on the table then?
I think it's a subplot. I think there's things going on, but ultimately the fighters are the most important in any promotion. They should speak first. The fans want to hear from the fighters. I think that's where Chris's thing comes in. Obviously, that's between Chris and Eddie. Myself and Eddie, other than today, getting on. It's all down to them.
Eddie was critical of your negotiating skills.
He's trying to make himself feel better because ultimately Chris has won everything. He's all the championships rights. It's Eubank both times. It's Eubank's changing room. It's Eubank's home corner. It's Eubank getting the most money. And obviously we heard about this 50-50 from the start. It's nowhere near 50-50. Eddie will say what he's won.
60-40 in Conor's favour or Chris's favour?
Chris is earning way more money than Conor Benn. And I shouldn't even talk about it, but I have to now. That way more. And the reality is Chris has also agreed to earn less than what they were willing to offer if he loses and more if he wins. That's the confidence in our camp. We know that this is a foregone conclusion in our eyes. And look, they'll talk a good game. And that's what's great because it builds a fight. People genuinely in this room think Conor Benn's going to win. Eddie doesn't.
Do you think Eddie believes that
Eddie knows
Chris? This fight?
I believe that, yeah.
Do you think Eddie, we said up there that Eddie wants this because there's money that he owes Conor Benn, you believe?
No, I don't. I won't comment on anyone's personal things. I don't know about that, but I know that Eddie doesn't. Eddie's been around boxing. I know that he doesn't think Conor Benn's going to beat Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah. This rehydration clause. Let's clear it up here and now. No one over the top of each other. Yeah. What's the deal?
The deal was it got landed on us last minute. And the only way we were going to get it over the line, and Chris is a businessman, was by paying Chris more money. And so they paid Chris more money. We weren't happy with it, but ultimately Chris will make his decision when he's offered extra money to make a weight that, yeah, he will make. We'll take it. It's not normal in boxing, but we do it, and it makes for a massive, massive fight. It's another talking point. But I'm just excited for what is an unbelievable promotion.
Why is Chris reluctant to just say that he'll knock Conor Benn out? Like up there was like, even Eddie was saying,
he's a showman.
Right.
The more people think this is a 50-50 fight, the better. He's a showman. He'll let his talk. He's not going to do that. I think everyone knows what he thinks he's going to do to Conor Benn. We've got plenty more press conferences to come. Look, I'm excited because for us, this is just such a big stage, and to be so confident on a fight on a big stage. Usually these big events, you know, you're not really sure. If Chris trains and is on it, he's a level above.
Final one. I know you've got some other things to do. Do we get a face-off tomorrow after one that was as intense as that, do you think? So that's tomorrow, Thursday, sorry. Do we get one more?
I don't know.
Or does it get scrapped?
I don't know. We'll have to talk.
I hope we do.
I hope we do. Eddie's got all his conspiracy theories now, so we'll have to see.